need to just be the one-man army anymore. And I think it was moving away from that anyway on the last team, but now it's actually very much definitely the case as we get into our second game now, which is a call sign. That's amazing. RW and IG in the second game for Champion Select. We've got Zoe, Tamkench, and Camille away from Rogue Warriors, and it is Malzahar, Rise, and Cogmore from IG. It looks towards the first pick from RW.
So it's still Azir as the big mid laner of the last four that's left up. Rookie has shown that he's more than happy to take the Syndra into the Azir. He feels comfortable with the matchup. It should be noted that Invictus Gaming chose red side, so this might just be a very specific red side strategy that they have. We'll see how RW adapts to it, because so far they haven't.
And first pick again, Kalista to the bottom side for Rogue Warriors.
And the other thing on Azir is that Doinby was never known as being a big meta player. You know, even when he was on the QG Reapers, one of his big complaints and kind of one of the breaking moments with that team is that he had been practicing Quinn mid when she was very big, you know, way back in 2015, and he was upset that the team didn't allow him to play it. So something like Azir, he looked uncomfortable on it, you know, making good enough plays, but nothing super flashy. It may just really not be in his comfortable wheelhouse. You know, he showcased Lulu mid, the first guy to do that globally.
First player to do Vladimir as well. So
exactly.
He was also allowed to do that, you know, in 2017. So if Doinby wants to pull something out, or rather if he has something available to bring out, then we'll definitely like to see it. Gangplank in the top lane once again. Alistar into the bottom lane for Baolan though. So moving away from the Tamkench, which has been banned, but also moving away from the Braum as well.
I do like Braum with the Kalista. It gives a lot more kill pressure there, and if Flawless is really going to be paying attention to SMLZ and Kahlua, you know, giving them that early gank, it helps to have the Braum down there that can set up more CC with Winter's Bite.
And Nah for top lane there for Mouse, so he should have a better matchup. I want to say better matchup. It's the exact same matchup, so we'll see if he can do better in that matchup, I should say. Varus for IG as well, their final pick on their first rotation of picks, and back over to the bounce.
Yeah, very similar, but so far Rogue Warriors kind of haven't pigeonholed themselves into that Nidalee matchup. They probably still want something fairly aggressive for Flawless as well as into Ning, and there's a lot of options. Again, it's Kalista Prom, you can always gank that lane pre-level 6 and post-level 6. Gnar into Gangplank, it's not terrible either way. I actually favor Gnar a little bit over it because he is the range into the melee matchup, but you know, it's Mouse versus the Shy, and the Shy is a very talented top laner.
Yep. Got the Azir ban against Doinby, so we will have to bring something out in this game regardless. You see Stake at the back of the team as well, issuing commands. We've got Orianna will be the ban out here.
If the second ban is then going to be Syndra for RW. If they're just going to deny Orianna Syndra, since Azir is also banned, and kind of be like, okay, what's next? You know, Rookie, are you going to reach down for Cassiopeia now? Kassadin now is getting banned. Like, the mid lane pool is just shrunk so far.
Kassadin banned towards Doinby as well, so actually just really hitting and Doinby as much as they can here, IG. Final ban now from RW. Already looking towards, they've got bot lane already. Yeah,
he still has that Lulu if they want to make Flawless like the primary carry alongside SMLZ's Kalista. Lulu wouldn't be terrible in this composition. Obviously, you still want more damage, or at least damage that's going to hyperscale late game.
And Lee Sin, that's what Ning picked up last game, so taking that away from him. But now over to JackeyLove to pick up something now for his either mid laner, we are looking for a mid lane pick, and a jungle from Ning. Actually, same on both sides.
I mean, do you grab something like Cassiopeia here just to deny the mid lane pool even further, or do you save that counter pick for Rookie as the last option?
They could do that. They definitely could. And I think they may indeed just do it, because Jarvan, the beloved pick, back into the jungle here for Ning.
And that is a ridiculous composition from IG without even revealing their mid laner there. The amount of... What is that? Are those cats? Sorry, I was very distracted by that
I turned away for 1 second and missed it.
Cats. Just big cats.
They play a facing on them, whether it was anything to do with it. I don't know. I didn't get to see.
As I was saying, though, the amount of... like, initiation potential from IG is disgusting right now. Alistar Jarvan is an absolutely brutal combo, so IG's Gomp, even without their mid laner revealed, is terrifying.
RW do actually move towards a supported pick, though, so it wasn't Lulu, but it was Karma for Doinby in the mid lane, and another Nidalee pick from Flawless. So it didn't work out in game 1, but Flawless saying that it wasn't the champion. Maybe it was me, maybe it was the team, maybe it was something else, but it wasn't the pick. So we'll bring it again into the jungle and see if we can win that 2v2 once more. But Cassiopeia, you're right on the money, so it wasn't a denial there, but it was the final pick.
Yeah, and it made sense again. The pool had just been shrunk so far. We've seen Cassie come out as a good counter into Rise, and actually Rise was banned this time around, and we know that Rookie is a phenomenal Cassiopeia,
yep.
so no surprises that that will be what he lands on, but Doinby obviously had to know this, looking for the karma, and this is what we were talking about. You know, Doinby is not a meta slave. He's known as being hyper creative, not only in how he builds, you know, standard meta champions, but in also the champions that he plays outside of the meta. So reach for the Lulu on game 1 for 2018 for him, now reaching for the karma, and I think this might actually be our first karma mid of 2018.
It's not the hugest statement in the world, considering we've had, what, 5 good days of play in the LPL, but you're probably right.
I'm not just saying the LPL, I mean like globally. I haven't seen it at all in the LCK either.
Yeah.
And
also a possibility.
Europe was just running around with just Rise, flexing on Rise, flexing on Rise.
Yep, very, very true, but it will be him taking more of a supportive role as long as he goes for the supportive item, but we could also go full AP, like we've seen some Karmas in the LPL go absolutely off with those massive powered up Qs come out.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious what his runes are running. I guess we'll get a peek at that as we go into the game. I know that when Rusty was experimenting with Karma kind of pre-season, she's fallen off because as the adjustments came through with the runes, but Ultimate Hat was quite fun on Karma.
Oh yeah, with the mantra, because oh my. Yeah, you would charge up so quickly as well.
Yeah.
That'd be absurd.
But that was particularly through the bottom lane in the support position. Although I bet you could still do it on mid lane position. And Doinby typically likes to run full damage Karma. This is not a secondary support Karma. This is one that is going to nuke you hard.
Sorcery first tree, probably Inspiration second tree, but there is a good chance that we do actually see Ultimate Hat come out here.
But taking a look at the compositions, it's a pretty standard 5v5 comp from Invictus Gaming. It is much more a kind of hit-and-run mobility comp from Rogue Warriors, but a lot more comfort picks. Flawless, again, taking that Nidalee, Doinby showcasing his Karma, so hopefully they can ground themselves in that comfort and come back in this series.
I can hear which team the crowd is behind today, but apparently it was the second Karma that we've had, but to be fair, it was also Doinby.
So one of the cool things about the arena here in Shanghai, we have an arena that seats 500 people, but the teams, or excuse me, the fans actually split themselves in our arena. They sit in groups of fan clubs, and so you'll usually have, you know, Rogue Warriors fans on one side and Invictus Gaming fans on the other side, and then their fan clubs lead those chants in the beginning. They count it off, and then one person who's always very loud in the back.
Do you think they nominate a person to lead the cheer?
Do you think you have to, like, petition for that? You know, like,
or it just happens? Do you think it's just like a if no one's going to do it, someone just does it?
I would hope it would be like the captain of the fan club.
They're about to get trapped right here. The Shy's coming down. They are very much aware that Rogue Warriors are trying to take this red buff away, and this is going to be a massive time loss. Cheers for the leash, guys, unless Flawless is actually going to try and contest this, which is risky in its own right. The Shy is just shoving him away, and Ning will get his first buff. They're actually really just started Crooks? No. Dragging us away from Flawless.
That is absolute disaster for Flawless.
He's going to get caught out here as well by the Shy. No, he's not out. He's going to have to go all the way around topside, which is a bigger time loss. The Shy will probably get another parlay on him on the way out.
And he had to pop one of his pots from his potion. So Flawless is... That hurts, Nidalee. We talked about it in the first game, you know, falling behind early can really throw a wrench in everything that she wants to do. It's kind of high risk, high reward type of play style. Not only does he lose a ton of time, but losing that pot, looks like he's going to have to go for a wolf start.
He is up a creek without a paddle. No, he's going into the bottom side.
He's running towards his red buff because he wants to make sure that Ning doesn't go immediately red to red and deny him the 3 buff. So this actually happened exactly in Samsung Galaxy. No, KSV versus the new Longzhu team. And Peanut made this type of invade, but the difference was that he had the Cassiopeia, and Cassie was able to get the early push and then rotate to him. With the Karma and with the trap setup, Rogue Warriors just got blasted out of the water there for early level 1.
Well, Flawless at the very least will secure his red buff, plus it gives him a bit of health regeneration as well as he moves throughout the jungle. But still, it's not great. Ning will get his both buffs and accelerated start as well, courtesy of Rogue Warriors. And
the nice thing is that Flawless isn't going to get 3 buffs, so fortunately he did a good job, recognized what was potentially at stake and just collapsed, but like you said, is very delayed to the jump start that Ning now has. 16 CS to 4 currently.
Now we've got to look at the knock-on effect in the rest of the lanes, because Rookie gets to push in. As per usual, bottom lane, just sat in this 2v2 right now as well. Looks like biscuits on both sides for the supports.
Yeah, and it's control the fact that Cassiopeia just got the sweeper, and she swept down, so Ning knows that the tribe rush is clear bottom, so he expertly uses his flag and drag around that vision, is going to sidestep the Callista, and he's going to steal the Raptor camp, but there was an opportunity that he could use that information to sneak in behind SMLZ and Kahlua, and even if he doesn't go down there, they need to respect it.
He will get the Rave camp instead, and there is still a chance for him to go to the bottom side depending on the minion wave and how it's doing, but Flawless will take the initial jump back to base, get the Tracker's Knife in fact, and get back onto the map, but he doesn't have a lot of jungle remaining.
Yeah, and it's even Doinby now. Like, the Flawless, unfortunately, the level 1 has slipped into both bottom lane and mid lane. Like, Doinby having to sit by his tower and just let Rookie do what he wants to with the wave because he knows that Jarvan is somewhere inside his jungle.
And the Shy, he's just going to keep on farming in the top lane as well. I mean, it didn't really affect him too much. He was just able to defend. And the difference between him and Na is not too significant either. So he's just able to get all of those stacks of gold, the extra gold from Kleptomancy on top of that. And Flawless will get his Crow camp, though he is actually moving towards the bottom side here. Yeah,
he's looking for that gank. This is something that they didn't have last time, which was some sort of CC. Now that Kahlua is on the Braum, he does have that option, but it looks like Flawless is instead going to go back for his Krugs, because he left 2 little ones alive.
He did. He did indeed. That's a bunch of extra gold left on the table for him. That's going to be a teleport back into the mid lane, though, by Doinby. He's picked up what looks to be the Frostfang, so he is going towards the damage build once more. Jackie Love, where's the spear going to come out?
Just one more hit.
Saw on this javelin that hits a minion.
But this time around, they at least got a summoner, which was more than we could say what happened in game number 1. But with that information, Ning is possibly just automatically running top lane. He's grabbing the Scuttle Crab right now, but since the Shy backed, he's probably going to go back to his Raptor camp.
Also gives a bit of control to the bottom lane as well. Kahlua able to step up into that bush, and a teleport back to lane by the Shy.
I want to give a lot of credit to Flawless here. After the gank bottom in which he burned the flash, he actually pulled a similar maneuver to Dandy, but hold on.
Ooh, getting another flash as well. That's pretty good.
He pulled a similar move to Dandy in which he didn't go and press deep vision up into Ning's jungle. He actually immediately backed and reset his position. Now, why this is interesting in terms of pathing is it helps hide where he is more. The enemy jungler, the enemy team, it's harder to keep track of where the jungler is going to be because you would expect, okay, Nidalee ganked bottom, there's none for camps left, you can see that in her CS. She's probably going to step into your jungle and place deep vision. But Flawless didn't waste any time. He's like, no, I'm going to completely reset and hide myself and hopefully open up another opportunity elsewhere.
And the jungle role definitely is starting to stabilize now. Yes, he's still down significantly in farm, but in terms of the amount of pressure he's managed to get, 2 flashes on the bottom side, courtesy of him and Doinby. So that should be helping out SMLZ a bunch. You can see that resulting in the gold totals in terms of that farm. There's a big mini wave crashing now, but Kahlua is stopping this one from coming in. Baolan forcing the flash out onto SMLZ. Ning turning back on towards the Braum. He's got the flag drag, knocks off the AD carry, but Kahlua still very low. Ning choosing to back away, and Baolan not going all the way in. In fact, it's now SMLZ. He's on the offensive. Should be able to get the stuff onto Baolan.
Very good flash from Kahlua right there to save his life. Making sure that Jarvan couldn't get it. That said, Rookie now sees an opportunity to strike.
Ward goes down by Flawless. He's very much aware that the last play was in the bottom side of the map. The Shy, taking a bit of damage here. I'm surprised that last auto attack didn't land for the Hyper proc. That would have been in range. That's what Mouse was hoping for. That he would get in range with the extra movement speed from Hyper, then hit him with the wallop.
It's always unfortunate when the hitboxes don't work out for you. Hello.
Yeah, though we will get the ultimate off. The Shy forced to use his own there, but he goes right into mini form. This is going to be a kill 1 versus 1. That was the worst time for him to transform.
Oh boy, that hurts. And you can see it written on the Shy's face. Didn't expect the transformation to come out, so he didn't expect the ranged auto, or excuse me, the ranged boomerang, because he had flash. He could have easily sidestepped if he saw it coming.
Could have run away. At the same time, if he flashed away, then Mouse would have followed, but he could have flashed earlier or not engaged again.
I believe he also had oranges. You know, he was kind of waiting for the proper moment to proc it because I didn't see him use it in the initial part of that fight. Hopefully we'll see a replay and we can try to keep track of that because it felt like a situation where the Shy sitting on possible oranges.
Straight caught unaware.
Yeah, and had the flash and was trying to, you know, bait in Mouse for overcommitting.
But this is the second time he's been caught out by Nas Rage Meter. Like, of all the mechanics to get caught out on, like, it's one that's very obvious. Like, you can see it ticking down. I'm just very surprised that the Shy, of all players that we have in the top lane in the LPL, would fall prey to that.
And that's the thing that I really want to underline is that if this is your first time seeing the Shy, this is so unlike him. This guy made his reputation on how good he was mechanically in the 1v1s, just making matchups work for him that shouldn't have worked, and then also impressed with his ability to 5v5 and synergize with the team.
For all the top lanes out there, let me underline it for you. You know when you play against that Fiora and they're really, really twitchy, and every single time you throw out an ability, they instantly riposte, and you're like, this guy's really annoying. That's the Shy. In fact, his first game he played the Fiora and was exactly like that. He went 0-6, but it was still very entertaining to watch. Now he's actually a very well-rounded player, but this is not the type of guy you see making mistakes. And sadly, we didn't get to see that one more time, but regardless, that has put him down a little bit in lane. You can see that opening up in terms of the CS difference, but that's really good for Mouse.
Yeah, and it does open up more opportunities now for Flawless if he wants to actually try to punish this gangplank. Both top laners still have their flash, neither one has their teleport, so there actually is a big window or incentive for Flawless to team up with Mouse on the top side and really punish gangplank so he can't get back to lane and pick up some CS.
And what Flawless did last time, there's an even bigger opportunity this time, so I would like to see it, though looking towards the mid lane real quick as the Frostbanks are both being completed.
I mean, really, the entire map is Flawless's
playground.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Callista ultimate bottom if he wants to go down there. You know, maybe you skip out on mid lane, maybe you just let that one go. But top lane, bot lane, he is a free man. Go wherever he wants.
He is, but the key thing that you said was not mid lane. And I was coming into this series being like, it's all going to be about the mid lane and the jungle synergy. That's what you promised me, Frost. But
it's definitely about that, but not in the sense of like the 2v2 skirmishes.
No.
But definitely in the sense of control and how it bleeds to the rest of the map.
So currently this is another lane that I'm looking at in the mid lane where Rookie has a 30 farm lead at 10 minutes. I said the exact same line last game as the teleport comes to the bottom side. Battleland was stopped, I think, mid headbutt there onto Kaloa. Good face call. Rookie gets to slow down on SMLZ, but Flawless has turned up to the fight. In comes a Cataclysm. Kill over to Cassiopeia and perfect timing on Ming. Auto attack flash forwards from Battleland secures the second kill.
That was also a bizarre flash from Flawless, who just kind of flashed at Jarvan. Does this do damage? No, I guess it doesn't.
There's definitely an alpha move right there. He was trying to scare him away from his bot lane. Didn't work, weirdly enough.
If I just hit him with my face.
Yeah, maybe he'll freak out and back off. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And IG take 2 kills to take the gold lead once more.
And again, it's that opportunity where Flawless and Rogue Warriors had the opportunity to make the proactive plays. Unfortunately, the cooldown on teleport wasn't available for them, whereas GP was able to participate with the fight by having the GP ultimate, as well as Rookie's TP coming through.
Such good timing as well. That was ultimate from Jacula right into the teleport the instant it landed, and that gave Rookie the time to follow up with the ultimate and the Cataclysm. I'm looking out for this flash right now.
Flawless is going to flash into Jarvan. Yeah, and then that happens.
Fists of Fury, in comes the cow.
And I don't know if maybe we just mistimed the stopwatch timer or what was happening there, but also very peculiar from Flawless. Normally he doesn't make those types of errors.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a bit rattled as well, because these 2 games he's just not had good starts to the game both times for different reasons as well.
Those are tilters.
Yeah, 100%. And coming into the second game, they're not that far behind, honestly. Rogue Warriors, yes, they lost a couple kills there, but it's not the end of the world. There's still a good chance for them to do well as we approach the mid-game, especially because Joinbee's taking more of a supportive role. And wait a minute, that's an Unfiends and Hot. Didn't you say he was a 4 AP Karma?
It is only the first item, Young Pulse. Just wait. If this is Doinbee of
he can't be 4 AP of the first items on Fiends.
If this is Doinbee of 2017, that Karma, because every analyst is like, ah yes, but the Karma damage will fall off. She does not scale into late game. I don't know why I'm using this accent, but we're gonna go with it. But not Doinbee.
Is that your D&D accent?
I guess so. His Karma comes out like 40 minutes and suddenly there's massive nuke damage. You're like, where did that come from? Oh my god, it's Doinbee's Karma. So I still have faith.
Alright, I'll reserve judgment until we hit 30 minutes, but you better know I'm coming for you in 27 minutes.
But yes, it makes sense. It's the Athene's build, of course it is. But
yeah,
I swear there'll be a death count later.
Alright, fair enough. And Mouse just not landing these wallops, but he's accumulated a really big CS lead off the back of that kill earlier. Triforce has been completed though at 12 minutes, which is good timing for the Shy.
And the thing is that CS lead will continue to grow because the Shy is not getting any sort of support. Invictus Gaming have made their claim that it is about the bottom lane right now, which again makes sense. Gangplank has the global ultimate, Mouse doesn't have his TP, so we should continue to kind of see the same maneuvers where it's IG placing down this battle vision, then using the control of the mid lane and slipping in to contest these micro objectives.
That's definitely what Ning is doing. Smite comes down and Ning will get the last hit. Walk away with it. Rookie and Battleline actually came up to help him, so there was nothing that Flawless could do in that situation.
And the cool thing is then moments like that could possibly turn into tower dives that Rogue Warriors have to respect, which is why you see Kalista and Braum being so respectful of the creep wave right now, even looking at backing at their tower before deciding, okay, it's safe, we could step forward, simply because of the Alistar. And that's why this pick is so important in the LPL, because it unlocks so much play potential for the bottom side of the map.
We're actually hitting spike time as well for a lot of the players on IG. Top lane hit the Triforce as we already mentioned, but Gwynsu's finished and the bottom side as well.
And we just got confirmation that it is the Gathering Storm on Rookie. So,
excellent.
Like I said, he does Unsealed Spellbook, and then he'll take Sorcery Tree, and he almost always takes Transcendence and Gathering Storm. So the late game scaling damage potential from those two runes on someone like Cassiopeia is disgusting. And he's like, I can win the lane by myself. He's 30 CS over Doinby. No problems.
What I really like about that is as soon as he takes Gathering Storm, you know that IG is just like, it paints out a map for the early game. It's just like 100% they do not matter. It doesn't matter so much that they're playing it passively, though Doinby is very much extended in the mid lane, and he's going to be punished for it.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Say about that, yeah. He was just pushed up.
Just sloppy.
Yeah.
Baolan, formerly Megan, so it's the exact same guy if you don't recognize him. He's pretty famous for making these roaming plays, but that said, if you check the clock, it's 15 minutes.
It's true.
Doinby should 100% expect that there could be 20 people in his lane at any given time.
Like, I get it, he wants to catch up and farm because he's losing so drastically, but now he's losing more. And yeah, Battleline, I actually haven't seen the classic Megan Battleline play where he comes from topside with mobility boots at like 5 minutes for some reason.
Because it's
more
never
than not, it happens. Yeah.
Okay, deep teleport. Here we go. We got some action.
Let's go. Nope. I appreciate the pass though, Frosk. He came at the right hype. That was actually comedic on the cancel.
Oh my goodness. Doinby was like, not again.
Was that Doinby? It was Doinby.
It was Doinby.
Wait, was he stopped though? Because I don't think he cancelled it because it's on full cooldown. He
was doing it from base, but hold on, we got a skirmish. They're going for it, the distance.
Yep. Okay, get the stun down onto Braum. Obviously ultimate into the Fate Score. He needs to get out of there. Actually misses through. Goes all the way through. Zhonya's out Jaculov, and he's on the wrong side of the map. That's not your tower. A second kill over to Jaculov.
Miscalculation there from Rogue Warriors bot lanes, because they were definitely the instigators in that 2v2 skirmish initially, and they could have backed off at any moment. Decided to go in, lost track, lost the fight, and may lose their tower, as Doinby and Flawless are, by our wave clear combined, we will keep this standing.
Well, that just feels bad. Like, Rogue Warriors trying to make a play, but they're just not working out. Rookie, however, might pick up the first tower of the game, which is 650 gold over to him. So, yep. This has gotten pretty bad.
It's definitely spiraling out of control, but here we go. We're actually looking at the second part of that, and as I said, SMLZ and Killa, they could have just, disengaged from this. They decided that they wanted to go all in. Unfortunately, I should say, fortunately, great stopwatch, perfect timings there from Jaculov. Means that the Kalista ultimate doesn't count for anything. Jarvan shows up on the back half just as some moral support. Hey guys, I know you've got this 2v2, but just in case, this is my kill.
5-1 now. And IG, 2 kills over to that mid lane, the Gathering Storm Cassiopeia, another 2 kills in the bottom lane to Jaculov. He's working his way towards the second item. And top lane's on an island. They're just chilling in top lane.
Meanwhile, Mouse is like, what is happening on the bottom side? Get it together.
He says, I'm 172 farm as not. I've only farmed my own wave. I've got a solo kill on my top laner.
This is literally solo queue right now. ELO hell in top side, and who would have expected it would be for Mouse?
Yeah. I mean, Mouse is a good player.
Now this is the moment where he starts pinging. He's like, oh, now I guess I'm losing to everyone else's lanes.
Yeah. This is where the spillover happens, unfortunately. Here comes Rocky. There's the ultimate. Gets the slow down on to Mouse. Rookie,
I will remember you.
Yeah. Oh boy. And now all the lanes are losing.
Oh, hasn't been a good start to this game. Level 1 really put them on the back foot, and Rogue Warriors are just stumbling desperately for anything there as Toynbee now flashes forward.
Flashed into the Shy, doesn't get the tether down, dodges out the Javelin. The Shy, you can turn this one around. He's got the team coming. Ning wants the knock-up. He's waiting on Flawless, but he gets the double knock-up into the Cataclysm. The Shy, they're still paying attention to the barrels, but he's putting out the damage regardless. Ning comes in, and Rookie, another flyby, comes into the top lane, gets another kill. Actually, gives them both over to the top lane. Bot lane's having the rumble for some reason. 2 versus 2. Got the teleport coming down now. And that's SMLZ. He's already dead. Mouse into the bottom lane, and that's going to be trading up to Kahlua. Mouse actually doesn't want to be here anymore. He just died in the top lane. And if they do this in 12 seconds, it will indeed be the ace. Though Mouse is an absolute tank right now. The guy just won't go down. The Shy is going to have to chase him down, and it won't be an ace because Flawless is now respawning. So even if Mouse dies here, don't worry, guys. It's not going to be a cross-map ace.
You mean when he dies here?
Got him. It was a long chase. We got there in the end.
But it was an unofficial ace. Every single member of Rogue Warriors died. Brilliant use of teleport from the Shy, and from bad to worse. Pulse, that is what desperation smells and looks like.
True, that was also a hexa-kill because Mouse died in the top lane, then teleported back to the bottom lane and died again.
Oh, we're not done.
Rookie. What's he got? He doesn't have a summoners. He does have ult though. And Toynbee will get the lockdown, though he's taking a bunch of damage. In comes the bottom side. Toynbee will find a kill. 3rd kill of the game to Rogue Warriors.
We did get to see one of my favorite interactions, although hold off, because we got to watch the replay of that 45-second skirmish. Actually, no, we've already skipped the top side. So basically what happened the top side is Toynbee got thirsty, died for his thirst. The Shy then was like, top side, got it unlocked, got my big gulp, now I'm going to come down bottom and get my refill.
There's a lot of things that were going on in that analogy, but you are absolutely right. Jacula went down, and then Mouse arrives, and we don't need to see the rest of that. It was a very long chase. But IG have actually started off the Baron here. Flawless, around the backside. Well, he knows they're in the pit now because they warded over it.
That spear
Lands
on
the spear
Dragon.
onto
flashing.
Baolan.
Can he do it?
Gets another spear jump. Oh, Baolan with the denial. No smite for you today, Flawless. No, he's pushed up to the front lines and he has transformed, but it's the back line that's getting torn apart right now. Down goes Toynbee. Baolan walking away. Somehow he's still alive. Lands the headbutt just to annoy his team there. Kahlua pops the ultimate, but it's 2 for 1 and the Baron to IG.
I just imagine bottom lane that there's just some classical piano music playing, just something really calm as close to just farming away. Okay. It is now ballooned close to that 10k gold mark at 21 minutes. As soon as this tower drops, it certainly will be an IG. Again, from level 1, Flawless got off to a bad start on a poor invade, and just, it's gone so far out of control. Every single lane, save for top lane, was winning for Invictus Gaming. It then spilt over to the top lane wave. The Shy is now confident enough that he will chase anyone off his lawn. That was
a lot. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That moment when the play-by-play just turns into like hockey commentating. Oh!
That was a big hit. And top lane will go down. Herald also popped in the mid lane. I didn't see how much work Herald managed to do, but it looks like almost cracked mid lane tower. But we'll see that one more time, and I want to see that glorious headbutt from Baolan.
Yeah, credit to Megan Baolan right there. As soon as Flawless comes in, he punts him out of the circle, and then it's just over from there. Ning finds a great ultimate, and Mouse is just doing whatever he can, but his team is too far gone, and they don't have their AD carry. Again, SMLZ, classical piano music down bottom, just meditating.
And he's only got 200 farm. It's not like he's just absurdly farmed right now. But that's unfortunate. SMLZ, he's now on 2 items. We'll see if he can do anything with the extra farm that he did accrue earlier, but that's the question. As the siege continues. Bottom side, we've got 2 people here. Mid lane pushing up as well, and actually Shy is just doing split push duty, and that tower was very low as he approaches, so indeed Herald did do some work.
No one can stop him. The thing is, his Mouse can try to hold him off, but he actually can't fight the Shy at this point because Gangplank is 5-1-5. So Invictus Gaming, depending on how they want to play this out, they can always just look for a 4-1, or because they have the Alistar and the Jarvan, just dive.
Yeah, they're pushing up to the tower right now, and pretty much no contest whatsoever. At some point, they're going to have to draw the line, and I think it's going to be right about now as Mouse pushes in. That's going to be the Cataclysm coming down, but this fight is not even going to be remotely close. SMLZ trying to cut away, but in the wrong direction, and the support comes in to try and save him. Flawless, he's back at base, he's chucking spears, he's chucking javelins, but in the end, IG are going to take everything they own.
Yeah, at least 2 inhibitors, preferably the Nexus right here, because that's, again, an ace.
Yes, it is, Frosk. We end the game 4 kills to 20, and the towers will go down. It was very much an easier game in Game 2 to IG as they finish off the Nexus. And of course, they'll sound them as well, getting in there shy. That's the series over to Invictus Gaming.
I'm really conflicted, Paul. So I wanted to be super hyped for Rogue Warriors. You know, this assembly of players, Doinby, Flawless. I'm like, this great things can come out of this. You then throw Steak on top, looks great. And then I'm super stoked about Invictus Gaming. Jackie Love joins the roster, the Shy's there, Rookie. They have everything they need to be an actual contender for the title. And yeah, someone had to lose today, but I didn't want it to be like this. IG just absolutely thrashed Rogue Warriors. That wasn't a competition. That was basically one hand tied behind their back and just slapped them around the rift.
I agree. It was very much like a not like this moment today because I was hoping to see more from Rogue Warriors. Like, we actually came to this match, I was like, I actually don't know if this is going to be a clean game, and 2-0 over to IG. It very much could go the distance, could go to get 3 games. But whether it's a credit to IG or less credit to the side of Rogue Warriors, looking at how the jungle and the mid synergy went and how the early game control just went absolutely awfully in both games and how that affected the games as a whole. I
mean, in all honesty, if you were in scrims and a level 1 started like that, that's an immediate pause remake. Like, you would just, in scrims, you would just throw that game away.
That's when we play games together and you're like, it's over. Like, that's one of those games, right?
Hands off the keyboard.
Welcome back, Rusty, to the desk.
Hey, those games happen often.
But she's right.
No, I think level 1's the place that you have to look at first, right? The team composition, you mentioned it's happened in the LCK before where they try to invade mid laners. You'd expect a Karma has the ability to rotate and come and help, but a Cassiopeia matches it very well. And the way Rookie plays lanes means that you can't step up and clear those backwave minions. You're going to eat a bunch of fangs to the face. So Doinby wasn't able to clear the waves, wasn't able to impact that. And the jungle, actually very well done by the Shy in particular to prevent Nidalee from even being near the buff. He stood between them, and there was literally nothing that they were able to do on the side of Rogue Warriors to prevent that level 1 from happening. And you're right, that does influence the rest of the game. You have to give kudos to the way that Flawless got back into it, though, and through the bottom lane being able to place vision at the blue buff to know where to go next. So I feel like that was a big factor in getting everyone ahead on IG. I don't think it put Rogue Warriors too